your agents from? What's the best way to go there?
So there's like so many different ones that are I think even like just OpenAI has agents now too. Um Another one that I had was I was just looking at it on my phone. I kind of signed up for it a while ago, but I haven't actually used it. I was thinking of Manus. Manus is another one.
I love
Um,
Manus. I love Manus.
have you used Manus?
Yeah, but not with agents. No, but I've used Manus to develop some website for me and things like that.
Yeah. Let's go. I think it's Manus. Is it Manus AI?
No, let me see, I can tell you what it is
Yeah,
now.
here, Manus AI. Is one of them.
Mine is manus.im.
Oh yeah, Manus.I am. So if you go to AI, it'll just take you to that
Okay.
same place too. And then I've tried to make it where I like upload a couple things to it, and then I've got the Manus app, and then it will I try to get it to analyze a slide deck, and then create me like some keyword things, or it's like a video presentation and stuff like that too.
Right,
But
right.
I feel like Manus is more kind of like agent focused, but whereas like OpenAI, this one you can give it tasks and stuff like that. I'm not super familiar with it. Um,
Jotform has, I mean, they talk about their agents out here.
yeah.
So there's a lot of places I think that you can get agents from. I just don't know which is the right one and where to go.
Yeah, it's yeah, I know like high levels introducing agents in there too. They've got some agent stuff and they just actually have a contest right now for like what can you get your agent to do essentially.
Uh-huh.
Um Even under OpenAI, we can go where is I'm not sure where it is, but they have agents as well. Anyway, so I have to do more research on it and
Hmm.
get more up to
Hmm.
speed on exactly how we can introduce agents and how we can use agents. And I was thinking about yeah, I was sitting there the other yesterday and I was like, I should just watch a bunch of YouTube videos on on how we can use agents and what other people are using agents for.
Right, right. Well, I guess we go to Manus and ask Manus where to
That's
find
what I was thinking
agents.
too. I was like, how can I use an AI agent? Yeah, so you can get it to do a bunch of stuff. That's what I figured it was. Um,
And I was watching one YouTuber that was talking about the agentic thing and
mhm.
putting I'm not sure how he programmed it all, but whatever it was, it's almost like a workflow, and the workflow would employ different agents to do different things, and they all kind of work together and think about it. And at some point, it just gets me kind of overwhelming with what all you can do.
Yeah, I think that's why there's well, AI they have inside of high level, and again, I haven't played with it yet, but maybe they have a whole new workflow builder for
That may be where I saw it. I don't know.
I'll have to take a look. Do external AI models. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look and I'll do more research on it because I need to get that. Yeah, because it'd be great to have. I don't even know. That's the problem is like trying to figure out like what can I automate? What can I do? Um anyway, so there's that. I'm excited to play around with that and then I'm gonna figure out more things and then I'll relay them back to you guys. One of the
Cool.
things as I will okay, I know let's just I'm gonna stop sharing here. Make sure I see Judy and Sam and Wayne. Okay, you guys are all in here. One of the things we talked about last week was just like kind of something off the wall, but it was basically doing something to like generate images on the fly. I found this site right here, images.io, imejis.io. Super affordable in order to use it. And what it will do is it'll basically do API requests. So you can to generate your own images. So one of the things that I think it was Anthony was on here yesterday, and he was asking kind of, or the other day, and he was asking about, hey, can we do something where we generate an image with a person's picture in it and then have the person's name and say, hey, can you leave us a review? So I loaded up this. I just loaded up a photo from my buddy's wedding and you can add in variables in here and then you can put whatever text you want on here. And if you want to use it, is that copy? Click on API. This is the URL that it gives you. So you can essentially load this into high level as an image URL and then put the person's name afterwards. So this would be like contact.name. So if we did this, you could essentially, when you send out a message to somebody, put the person's name at the end. And it will take that and load it up and put your name and whatever else you want in there inside that image, which could be sent out in an email or a text message or whatever it is, I think. I think you can also download these images once they're generated as well.
And you can automate that from a list to put each person's name as
Yeah,
well.
like let's just try this here for a second. So let's grab this here and then let's go into restaurant. Let's go to I wonder if we can do it in an automation. Actually, let's not do restaurant then. Well, yeah, we will. Let's go to, I'll just have to delete it afterwards. Let's go, actually, let's go to reviews. Review standalone, review request campaign. I'm just going to put an email one here. If I put an image here, can I go image URL and then do contact.name? Let's try it. 500 by 533, or no, let's say 800, or let's go 500 by 333. Uh, leave us a review. Oh, put contact name there. Let's just save that. Save that. Test workflow. Jason Orban. Run a test. Oh, and then hopefully it didn't send me down that way. Okay. Wonder if this would go into spam. Oh, it didn't send. I think I don't have an email or anything like that set up in here. Why would it say forbidden? Oh yeah, see I put my name in there. It says Jason.Orban. Because I didn't put first name.
Oh, you could just put first name, contact first name.
Yeah, I could put contact off first name. Or I could have gone into here which one is it here, and do this, and then just make this wider so that it could support the full name. Please leave a review and save that. So yeah, you could basically just do that and then send out a photo every time. I have to get the dimensions of the photo right because I got them wrong, but um, you could essentially send that out.
You don't know why it
I don't
says
know what.
forbidden?
I don't know why it says forbidden. I don't have. I bet you I don't have like an email sending domain set up on this sub account. Let's go. Yeah, weird. I'm gonna have to look that. I set this account up a long, long time ago. So we mostly just use it for testing. Oh, and it's using Mailgun, and I don't have Mailgun anymore, so I'd have to switch it over to this. Yeah, that's a long time ago. Let's switch it over anyways. Yeah, we'll do that later. Yeah, okay, so that's kind of cool though. It'll generate the image and send it out. And this one, so the pricing on this, I was hoping maybe Anthony is going to be on with us today. Let's save, go back. Pricing was like super cheap. Like $15 for like 10,000 images or something like that a month. Um,
10,000 images.
yeah.
You sure
Or
it
no,
wasn't 10,000 credits?
10,000 loads kind of thing.
Huh?
So you have to let's go billing. Oh yeah, so 14.99 a month for 1,000 API calls. So if you sent out 1,000 messages and the image loaded 1,000 times, or it generated that image 1,000 times, that would be your 1,000 API calls. But $25 a month, and you could do 10,000. So you could essentially just like set that up in all your sub accounts, and you have to pay like $25 a month, and you could use it probably all your sub accounts. They would, and then you could create as many images you want and just load them in. But yeah, this is the cheapest one I found. And it works pretty good. And I think I did a Google search and a Reddit thread came up and there's probably 10 options in there and for what you need, right? You don't need something super like I don't even know what the other ones would do. There's other ones I think that have like workflows and stuff built in it, but really we just need that. Oh, look at that. I resaved the image. Remember, like I went in here and I resaved it.
Right, right.
And then when it reloaded, it's different here now too.
Oh, yeah. Right. Huh.
Yeah,
That's weird. I wonder if it would change in a person's email.
yeah, it would.
Well, that's a newfangled thing.
Yeah, so that's kind of neat, hey.
That's a
Um,
newfangled tech thing that you can change. Like if the email
well,
was already
because
set.
the image gets dynamically loaded, so every time they load that image in their email, it would count as another like usage. So I was at 4
Uh,
when we first came in here, and now I'm at 8 out of 100 because I'm on the free account. I
yeah.
was just messing around with it, but every time that image loads, this is gonna go up, kind of thing. So.
Huh.
Um, I think something for like a text message though, it probably would have to try it out for a text message. I'll check that out later. But it might I wonder if it would actually make a copy of the image. I'm not really sure. But I mean, you could load that onto a landing page. You could put that in like reviews. You could put that on anything somebody shows up at that page again, says, hey, whatever, thank you. I think there's other ways too. You can do it with using the actual API to like create images and load images and stuff like that. But I haven't really got into um, it might be that you have to create the design first and then tell it what image you want to use for that.
To send those by text, though, that's like expensive, isn't it? It's like almost 7 cents or something per
Yeah,
card.
like 7 cents Canadian for sure. Yeah, and it's like 5 cents.
US.
Roughly about 5 cents US. I think it is 3 to 5 cents. Yeah, so for sending multimedia messages, but it depends on what you're doing, right? Text, email, no problem. One of the one of the one of the things that's really cool with sending SMS messages, especially if you have like an event marketing type thing, is that, or if you have events going on, or even with the food and promotions and stuff like that, is sending an image with the text message that you send because people look at like, so if you send people say, hey, we just threw 10 burgers on the grill, with your name on it, and then have a big picture of a burger on, that's more enticing to people.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea.
Mhm.
Um, that's kind of something we do. Okay, so we also talked about the NFC things last week here too. I don't know if you guys have questions. If you guys have questions about things, obviously let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to show you a couple things here that we've been working on. One of the things we talked about last week was creating dynamic QR codes. Or so we had the dynamic QR codes. I've now gone through and made it so that you can create a bulk list. Now, this will be really good for that 5 stars review thing. So you can go and you can get you can order, say 100 cards. Um, pre-done for you. So what you can do here is you click add new, give this a title. This is just going to be the title of the bulk list that we're going to create. So bulk list, let's say September, what day is today?
Fourth.
That's
Fourth, yeah.
okay, September 4th. I'm just going to generate two, click submit. What that's going to do is it's going to create an Excel file with those that list for you. So let's just open that up here. So I only created two. So it gives me the ID of the QR code, NFC code inside of our system, and then it's going to give you the link with the unique identifier at the end here. So when you get your cards created, they all get created with this, and you can have this ID also printed on the card. So you would get something like uh, let's see, I don't even know if I have an example right now of a card. But let's go fresh leads, review card. I know I created one earlier, but I don't know where I put it. Let's go there. Yeah, let's say something like this. So you can get something like this printed, right? You can find these on like AliExpress or Alibaba or anything like that, where you can order them. You can reach out to those cards. I'm gonna try out a couple different companies and see which ones are working for us. But this is an NSC card. It says tap to give us a Google review. You can you have the QR code on the back. The QR code and the NFC code that's on there is both going to go to this URL right here. And then you can also put your logo on too. So the business, and then you can, when you give these out to the businesses, they know that it's from you, right? Or when you sell them, kind of thing, it has your branding powered by, your brand on there. One of the things I just did with this as well was made it so that so if we go here, we can go list all. We can see all the QR codes that we have. There's no QR code generated for this right now because we're just going to our initialization page for this. You can also see the bulk lists that you exported. This is one I did yesterday or earlier today, and then here's one for today. You can click on view list, and it'll just show you those two QR codes or NFC codes. They're the exact same thing, so they work exactly the same way. So it doesn't really matter. Or you can export out that list again. If you click on view list, here's where we're sending people. This is where the card is going to go, and this is where it's going to redirect. So the first time you actually use this card and say scan this QR code that's on there because they'll have them pre-programmed. Click on that. It's going to redirect you over to this initialize the card. So the idea behind this is if you just grab 5 cards out of your stack, you can scan the QR code on each one. um, it'll tell you which card it is, and then you can set the URL. What I'm also going to do here too is if you have a location inside of the review system already, you'll be able to just select the sub account that you want to load, and it'll put the URL in here for the 5 stars review thing there too. So if we just hit submit on this, it's going to say success. Your card was initialized. If we come back here, hit refresh, we'll see that this URL has now changed and we've got a QR code. So if this QR code gets scanned, it'll go to here and then this will redirect us over to this 5 stars review page. Let's see if I can even
And
scan
the
it.
initial URL there before it redirects
Yep.
is
This is
with
the programming. So this will allow you to the first time you go to use that card, it's going to take you to an initialization page where you can
right.
set the URL on the card.
Uh-huh. And
That's
then
the
yeah.
speed of that just allows it instead of like taking, okay, we've got that list of we've got the list of cards here. We don't have to go say, oh, I want to go find, I'm going to give them 878. So then I have to go in here, go look for 878, and then click, then edit and program the card. I just have to grab 878 from the stack, scan the QR code on it, or tap it on my phone, and then I can program it right on my phone
To whatever
to whatever
URL
you
you want.
want.
So, but you know how sometimes when there's a redirect on a URL, it shows a little blip of where it was coming from? You know what
Yep,
I mean? You know what I mean?
yep.
Yeah. So is it coming from like your website?
Yeah, so it's gonna
Like
go when you scan
my
that
own.
QR code, it's gonna go to this address right here, and then it's gonna redirect over to there. So it'll say loading, and then it'll take you over to the other site.
So is that your website or my website that's
This is
redirecting?
all on our server.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, when you redirect though, depending on where
Yeah.
you want this to go, you can send this to wherever you
No,
want.
no, the unique redirect identifier.
No, this right here, this is off our
Okay.
server.
Okay. Okay.
So they would get sent here. It grabs this ID here. It loads up whatever URL this is, and in this one, the URL is this initialize.php. We check to see if the card has been initialized already. If it has, then you can't initialize it again. Like if I went to go like so, for example, if I grabbed this and I grabbed this. And then I went here, oops, and put this in here, and then try to initialize that card again. It'll say, oh, let's say, sorry, this NFC card has already been initialized. And then I'll get this address out of the way. But yeah, sorry, it says you can't, it's already been done, so you can't do it again.
So Jason, I have two quick questions on that.
Yes.
One is, if all this is coming with your information on it, which is great, do we then need to buy those cards through you?
Nope.
So my,
No. So you can take that Excel sheet. I might set it up in the future where we have it where you can order stuff through me, but right now, um, I just went on like AliExpress.com
uh
and pretty much anyone who will print these cards, you'll be able to do it through them. So you can do let's go. What's gonna like Temu me and ask me to do a bunch of things. 5 star or no, not 5 star. Let's just go Google review card. I don't know if it's AliExpress. Maybe that's not the best place to go. Uh,
Alibaba, I think, is better.
Alibaba might be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they're like the same company, but just one is wholesale. So
Okay.
you can go Google review NFC card, and then you can look here and like so for example, you can do this one. I haven't tried these companies out yet, but you can get all different kinds of ones, right? So like right here, you could do this one. This is essentially what I kind of just showed you guys, but you can get ones and print your logo on them as well. So lots of these places you say, hey, this is what I want to do, and you can send them a design if you want as well of what you want your card to look like. And then they'll print it, put your logo on it, they'll pre-program it, and you can get them to put the numbers on it and everything here too there as well. So
Can you
they'll
do more
generate the
than
QR codes and everything.
can you do more than 100?
Oh yeah, like here you can do
Like,
500 if you with our thing, yeah,
yeah,
you can say new 500.
okay.
Two I just have in here for testing, but I have it
Yeah.
go up to 500.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
And
So,
then yeah,
so after we buy and we get them shipped to us, then how do we tie it into your system? That's
so
my
it should
question.
be if you order them and then have the like give them the Excel sheet with the URLs that you want each card printed with, they'll print off 500 cards with 500 different URLs programmed with the QR code and everything on it.
And sorry, did I think I might have missed that. Where do we get a list of 500 different from you?
That's the list you generate right here. So this one, for example, has two in it, but you would have a list of you could when you export it out, you can export out one with 500, and that's where you do the bulk.
Yeah, how I'm not understanding where I get that list of 500. Where you go from that list of 2 to 500.
So
What generates that
we're
list?
under the bulk NFC QR code exports in our QR code generator
Uh-huh.
here. Bulk NFC QR code export.
Okay.
Here, click add new in the top right corner. Give this a title of whatever you want. Go here, select 500, click submit. And then that's gonna, I don't want to generate 500 right now because
Yeah.
it's gonna create 500 QR
And
codes.
then where do I find those once they're generated?
So here's for example. So let's just
Yeah.
pretend that I'm doing 500 right now, but I'm doing two. So I'm going to click submit. It's going to give me an Excel file right here.
Or a Google Doc?
Nope, an Excel file.
Okay.
You can open it in Google if you want, but it's going to be an Excel file.
Okay.
Um, hit save. Now, if you did 500 and you open this up, there would be 500 in this list.
Okay.
Right now, there's only two because I only created two.
So it just downloads to your computer, whatever
Yeah, you
computer
download
you're
it to your
using.
computer, and then you'll see them all in this list here. Here's the two new ones I created. So if you create 500, there'll be 500 in here. You can go to bulk NFC here, and then you'll see the list that we just generated. If I clicked view list, it would show me all 500 that I created. Um, and then you could also, if you wanted to, you could click export again, and it'll export out that list.
It'll just like copy it and export it, right?
Yeah, same thing. It'll just give you another Excel file
To
with
give
all
to the
the
Chinese.
cards in there. Yeah, and then you can give it to the Chinese or wherever you want to get them printed.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So I'll make an order probably of like 100 of them um this week coming up or this week here in the next within the next week here and get that kind of process started. Um I talked to a few people about it and they're just like pretty much they're all the same. So you just got to find one with a good review on here and then something with a good review and
Like
then
that one you just passed on the right there.
yeah,
If you go
there's
back up, yeah,
verified. Uh,
verified and 5 diamonds.
yeah, and they've been
Does it
around
say
for
15
15
years?
years.
And they're the cheapest. 11 cents to 69. I wonder
Yeah, minimum order of 100.
how many you got to order to get them for 11 cents.
Where is that? What do they say? Oh yeah, 69 cents to $1.40. This one's 11 cents to 69 cents. So
Yeah.
probably if you ordered 100 pieces, it'd be 69 cents, which is like 70
Yeah.
bucks for 100 of them, which isn't that big of a deal. Um, the price is all over the place though. Yeah, so just we'll give it a test and see. I've got a bunch of um I get emails. I went through this process once already to try and find somebody, but I didn't have the rest of the stuff set up, so I get emails like every other day about people want to
Mhm.
sell me NFC cards.
From Alibaba?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
no, it's good though. We'll get some ordered and um
Actually, I'd rather buy them from you if we can do that. That'd be great.
yeah, let's see because yeah, we could just generate the list basically if you upload your list and we can get them ordered. That kind of thing. Yeah, so that's kind of the next step in that that 5 stars review. But I mean, you could essentially use that list for um, just bulk generating QR codes or bulk generating the NFC cards, whatever the URLs, because they're basically the same URLs, and then you can
Mhm.
reprogram them at any time, which is the cool thing. So I want to find somewhere that sometimes when you order from these guys, they'll have their own system. Where it's just each card is coded to their system, and then you have to go in and change the URL in theirs. So I want to make sure that what we get that will be coded to our system. Um,
Just let me know when you got them, and I'll send you an
yeah.
order.
Okay. Oh, he's got Mark Sully coming in. Oh, you know what? I probably didn't even hit go live on uh Facebook. I keep forgetting to do that. Hit live on Facebook, even though I say we're streaming. And that's okay because it'll record everything anyway. Yeah, okay. Well, do you guys have any questions today? Is there anything you guys are working on that I can help you guys out with?
Well, just to follow up on what we're talking about here is
Yeah.
I had to leave early on the Tuesday meeting when we were talking about this, but
Hmm.
I don't remember the gentleman's name, but did you ever come up with a way to track? I know we can track how many times somebody has clicked on the card, but is there a way to track how many reviews were actually left based on that
I
card?
haven't had a chance to look into that yet,
Okay.
to see actually how many reviews have been left. Um, Not even through workflows. I haven't had a chance to see if a review comes in, can we get the name of the top of the review there to compare? I know there's different ways where we can pull in the details. I've done that before with kind of parsing the high level review widget, basically pulling that in, ripping it apart, and then getting you can get the names of everybody who's left a review in there, and then you'd have to essentially compare that. The problem is if you have two people with the same name leaving a review, then you don't know which one that is, and you would almost just have to be like, okay, well, we're guessing. If there's two Bob Smiths that left a review, then one of them is going to get a thank you message. And then it's
But
like if you're tying that into like rewards or something like
yeah,
that, then
that's what I'm
not
thinking. Is
100% accurate.
as long as we get it close, I think that'd be great if we could.
Yeah, because there's not with reviews, right? It comes in, but it doesn't tell you who actually left the review. But I mean, if we have a good idea, if somebody uses the that NFC card to leave a review and they went there, and then we get a review from somebody with that name, there's a pretty good chance it was that person.
Yeah, even without their name, if we could just tie it back to that card, uh, just so we could tell that Frankie is he got more reviews in the restaurant than anybody else.
Oh yeah, are
Or
you talking about like staff then?
yeah, staff, yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, what we kind of talked about with that is with the QR codes, like so if we went list all here, you can come in here and you can change the name. So you could change this to like server one or server
Uh-huh.
two or something like that for the name of that card. So you could see, okay, server two here has this many scans. So there's no way.
Are you trying to show your
Oh
screen?
yeah, sorry. we can come in here and we can say, we can change the name of this one to server two or whatever, and then you can
Right.
see how many scans server two has.
But you can't really tell how many reviews that actually produced.
Not yet, no. So it's something I will look into to see if there's some way that we can try and figure out if that person actually left a review.
Yeah.
Did you have any time to look at string.com, Jason?
No, I haven't. Not in the last couple of days. I've just been getting this kind
Yeah.
of finalized. It's been a long time I've wanted to get this done.
Yeah, this is
So,
awesome.
this is kind of allows us to take that next step now, right?
Yeah.
To get those cards printed and instead of having to go to like Amazon, order the cards, print out your own things, program them yourself, whatever you can. I want to be able to make it so that we can just have a stack and be ready to go and start and hand
Yeah.
things out.
Yeah, for sure. This is awesome. So, actually, I had a question about this as well.
Hmm.
Pardon me. The question is, it if I needed to or wanted to, can I like incorporate this with another snapshot?
Yep. Yeah, you can do whatever you want with this. This doesn't have to be reviews. It doesn't have to be like tied into our review system or anything. You can make this like so our QR code generator um can just be added to any sub account right down here. So this is where you can create the bulk ones, and then you can create whatever QR codes you want. And then if you create, so where I would do this is the bulk NSC ones. I would create that in your main marketing account, like your agency account. So you have control over that. And I wouldn't put this into your sub accounts,
Right,
you know, because you wouldn't want them. I mean, if they wanted to, they could go like print off a list of all their own QR codes and then do whatever they want with it, which is fine. But as you as an agency, if you're doing these review things and giving them the review cards, then you would have them all in your sub accounts so that you can
right.
manage them.
And the QR code generator,
Yep.
that's different from like the review thing. Do you remember you helped me with that before? Setting up the review thing? Is that like a whole different,
Um,
like how would you put that in your agency then separately? Or
this whole
in
screen.
another snapshot,
Yeah, just
actually.
under GHL Power Tools, you have the QR code generator here, right here.
Uh-huh.
There's a custom menu link. Copy this and then drop that into custom menu links here. Um, yeah, and you just create a new custom menu link and put that in here. Oh, that's not it. Anyways, you paste that link in here, give it a title name, say that you want it on your sub account sidebar, and then you can select which sub accounts you want if you don't want to give it to everybody.
Okay.
And then that will now show up in the sub accounts.
Okay.
And then you can give them access now. You can do the same thing for your main marketing one. I don't have it set up to work. It's all meant to work inside of a sub account. I don't have it set up to work as like on your agency dashboard for a QR code generator. Um, Having said that, though, if you wanted to use it through here, you can go into a sub account and you can manage the QR codes directly from here too.
Okay.
You can access it that way. So you don't even have to like I mean you don't even have to you have to have it added to a sub account, but you don't have to actually even show it using the custom menu link if you don't want to.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And then
Um,
and then you can tie it into, whatever you want.
right. Okay.
I think what I showed you before was what we talked about before though was using high level. High level does have a QR code generator. So
Yeah.
if we went back to a sub account here and I think we go under marketing or sites here, there's QR codes right here.
Yeah.
Um, this will allow you to create like a single QR code, or you
Yeah.
can upload an Excel file of QR codes and then it'll generate QR codes for you um, based off there. Um,
But we don't want to use that because yours is
no,
like,
this one, you have to upload a CSV and then it'll generate QR codes for you.
right.
Um, we're doing the opposite, right? We're generating the QR codes and then creating a CSV of URLs here.
Right.
But you could probably, if you wanted to, take this and then put that back into high level and generate more QR codes. You don't need to, but and then the idea is you'll just and then high level does the same thing too, right? They have their own redirect that goes to whatever site you want as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yours is much better.
well, just I mean, the high level one is fantastic and it does a lot of things, but we're trying to accomplish um, one thing here where we can generate those QR codes or NFC codes, and then uh, we want this tied directly. And essentially, where we're headed right now is just tying this into our review sites there too, or like whenever we set up a review site for a customer, so that we can
Right.
because there's more that we can do. We can collect that customer's information and start building that list and
Right.
all that kind of stuff. So that's the cool thing.
Yeah.
That's what the cool kids are doing.
Yeah. For
Uh,
sure.
us being the cool kids.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey guys, I have a question if nobody
yeah,
else is.
absolutely.
Hey Jason, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. I come via Ray Colazzo. I'm a
Okay.
colleague of Ray's. Yeah. So I provide support for a gentleman who's just getting his agency up and running and just recently purchased your package.
That
And
was Jeff. Is that Jeff?
no, Paul
Okay.
from Knife's Edge. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay. Yep.
yeah. So I just started poking around in this morning. I'm very familiar with the GHL certified admin, but I haven't used your product before. So following the videos. So make a very long story short, as I'm trying to make sure that I get this set up correctly, I've got the agency dashboard selected. My question comes, and if I could share my screen, is that all
Yeah.
right?
Sure. Go ahead. Yep.
Great. Okay. More of a visual person. So I want to share this screen here. All right. Can you all see my screen?
It's loading. There we go.
Okay, cool. So under account settings, under locations, I don't see anything,
Yeah, you're not going to see anything there. That's just for locations that are already in our system. So if you go to Smart Apps up at the
right?
top,
Yeah,
click on like if you're going to load rewards and that kind of thing, the restaurant marketing one. Is that what you're doing or?
that's exactly what I'm doing. So I want to get this profile into,
Yeah.
excuse me, this snapshot into that sub account. Yep,
Yeah, okay. So, did you import the snapshot into high level already?
I did not. And that's what I
Okay,
would, I
so
wanted
yeah,
to
so just click
just,
click that.
okay,
It's going to ask you to import it.
yep.
Just see.
And then is this just like a regular import? Then I can assign
Yep.
it to the, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Again,
just normal. So the only thing different is once you add this to your sub account,
hmm
then you go back to our agency backend and just add that location. So if you go to Nice Edge Marketing right now,
yeah. So here, so I've
oh
got
yeah, here.
I've already got one set up here.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I know where you're going with this. I
Oh no, that's
apologize.
fine. No, do that one.
I have a little too much caffeine in me right now. All right.
Uh,
So I go into again, here's my let's
yeah,
manage
Power Tools
this.
Restaurant, manage client.
Yep. Let's do our snapshot. This one. Yep.
Yeah,
Proceed. Just gonna select all these. I'm
yeah.
assuming we're good here. Select all. Proceed. Confirm.
Makes so many steps now, hey? Are you sure you do?
Belts and suspenders. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right. So it's being pushed. And so then what I'm
Yeah.
thinking you mean is that I need to go back.
Now go back to our dashboard.
Yeah.
Go to rewards.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah, that'll work. Click on add rewards location. There, select the Power Tools one.
okay.
There you go. You want to do promotions. If you want to do loyalty cards, you can do that one too. And then select the restaurant snapshot from there. And just restaurant rewards and promotions, and then hit
Yep.
update. All that does, all that second, the select industry snapshot, all that does is it just says which to make sure we're pulling the proper custom values
Okay.
for that. So now you can hit custom, click on custom values,
Hmm.
and you can fill out those details.
All right, good. Okay. All right. So that's that one. All right. So then I would this would kind of be a rinse and repeat for each instance of the new sub accounts that they
Yeah, so what we typically do is I would go into your sub accounts and I would go or snapshots and I'd go create a snapshot of the Power Tools restaurant snapshot. I'd create your own snapshot out of it. That just what that allows you to do is it's easier to push out updates to
right, right.
your clients in the future kind
Yep.
of thing. And then you can make any changes that you want and it'll be system wide
From
there
here,
too.
yeah.
The
From
updates.
here
So
and then push them down, right?
yeah, that's what I typically,
Yeah.
that's what I normally do. And then once you have that restaurant snapshot there, well, if you're going to use it as a demo, that's great. If you're not, then no reason to keep a license in there for it either, or use a license for that one. But you can use it for playing around and messing around and whatever else, and setting up your colors and branding and whatever you want.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
basically it. So now you just fill out custom values, and then
Yep.
you should be able to go in and create promotions and rewards and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm just starting and I know Ray's been filling my head with all this stuff. And so now it's the rubber meets the road. Now I have it
Yeah.
to actually be inside and start nosing around. So I'm sure you'll see me on the calls the next couple of couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
absolutely. We do it every Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
And we also have a Slack channel.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. So I got you on the calendar. So yeah, that's cool. All right. Thank you so much. This has been very helpful. I can kind of get on my way and continue to complete the setup here. Yeah.
excellent.
Okay.
All right, cool. Well, that was
So,
fascinating.
so just to clarify, Jason,
Yeah.
pardon me, I can put two different snapshots into one particular sub account and they can work together in the one sub account. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So high level's pretty good about not having conflicts with different systems. So yeah, basically a snapshot, right, is just a backup of another sub account. So when you take a backup of one sub account, drop that in, it's going to have your workflows and sites and all that kind of stuff and custom values and everything in there. And then if you take another backup of another sub account, which is another snapshot and load it in, they typically won't conflict. And then you can use them both however they are. We have sub accounts that have like multiple snapshots in there. And then you can also take, like, for example, adding our standalone review snapshot with the rewards snapshot is a great system to use.
Okay.
And then, like, if you were, so we're just talking with Mark about setting that kind of stuff up. Now, if he added in the review snapshot with that now, and when he creates that snapshot, his own backup from that Power Tools account, it'll have the review snapshot and the reward snapshot in that sub account that he can deploy to any new customers coming on.
Right. So then he could like take that with the two different snapshots and copy that and put that into and like make it his own almost.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly.
So they're what you're saying is that those two snapshots are then aggregated into one, which I'd be pushing to production.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
you can just copy and paste into however many sub accounts you want.
Yeah, basically, but you just instead of copying and pasting is you go to your Power Tools, like the Power Tools one that Mark just created, for example, and then he'd go to an account stops, he would go into account snapshots and create his own, which is just saying, hey, I want to back up this.
Hmm.
I want to back up this sub account now that I've got it set up the way that I want. Um,
Yeah.
Creating a snapshot is basically just a backup. So now you would go in and you would select, okay, well, here's the whatever one that we created, right? You would just select the one that you want. and then give it a name. And now this backup right here, this snapshot that you're creating has everything that was inside that one sub account. So if
Right.
you dropped three different snapshots in there, which are just backups of other snapshots into that one account, and then say, hey, I want to save this now, it'll take all that information and put it into one backup. And then now when you click this plus here, or add it, load snapshot into another sub account, it'll load all those workflows, automations, messaging, custom values, all that kind of stuff for you. We do
Okay.
that. We do that for so for example, right here we have this co-branded funnel snapshot, which we keep creating for one of our clients. Is we keep creating different funnels for different companies that they work with, but every funnel basically looks the same, and then we or every snapshot looks the same. It's just we change colors and logos and stuff like that after we load it. So we load it
Right.
into a sub account, and then we go in, and I actually created a form just to update that sub account. And then when you do that, we're just using this thing here. So we can click here, create new account, create account for the new client, um, and then it'll load up everything in there for us. And then we just have to change a few values, and that client's ready to go. But this is all based off of this sub account right here.
Okay. Cool.
Just makes it faster. So I know we had a developer guy working with us, and instead of creating a snapshot, he just kept copying. You can copy the funnel over, copying the workflows, copying the forms, copying all those things over, which takes probably three times as long as just saying, hey, I want to create a new account with everything already in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
Hmm.
And so let's say if you had it everything a certain way and you had like received a snapshot from someone else, like once you
Yeah.
copy it and paste, they don't have like any control over it anymore to change things or take things away, or do they? Like the original
Um, I think
from
once
the
you have it into your account, the only control that they have is they can set it so that you can't duplicate that snapshot. I'm not exactly sure how that works. I haven't tried it. Maybe Mark knows um, about if somebody creates a snapshot and then sets the um, like here when I go to share, because I haven't done this with any of our stuff, but like say I want to share a snapshot, enable asset protection.
Oh yeah.
Mm, it says so your assets cannot be easily reshared or duplicated by others. Um, I think so you can't just create a snapshot and then duplicate it, but I think there's other ways around it if somebody really wanted to do it.
So, but you can duplicate it in your own agency, like like you just showed us before
Yeah,
this, right?
yeah, you can, yeah.
Even if they do have asset protection on it?
Yeah, I think it's just I think you just have to I don't know if you can create your own snapshot out of their snapshot. You
That I'm
might
not.
just have to.
Yeah, that
I'm
I'm
not
not
sure if
sure of.
that's a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll have to look into that. If they have the IP branded. I haven't used it for anything, but it's basically because what would happen, right, is you would get somebody work like somebody would buy your snapshot, they would take your snapshot, and then they would just start reselling your snapshot as their snapshot
right.
kind of thing, right? Is what would
Yeah.
happen in the
Yeah.
past. I think they added that in. I don't know how effective it is. I mean, we've never restricted any of our stuff really. So I'm sure I know there have been people who've taken our stuff and then redo it, but our everything is tied into our backend server. So all the JavaScript, all the server stuff and everything like that is tied into our stuff for licensing, but also just so we can automate everything through high level as well. So
Right.
because we use the API for a lot of different things, even in the review system where we're just tracking reviews, tracking clicks, tracking, somebody clicks on to leave a review, we can track, what star they clicked on, and then what review site they went to, and then also, um, then we can follow up with them and say, hey, thanks for leaving a review. Because, if they went to the review site, we're going to assume that they left a review. So
Good stuff.
stuff like that.
So but you can track how many stars they gave and all those other things that you just said?
Yeah, but not in Google, like actually on our smart reviews funnel. So if we went into our smart reviews funnel, share my screen again. I think that's what I'm going to do. We were talking about this macro deck kind of thing, stream deck. I'm going to make it so that every time I click the button, it just shares my screen. So I just remember.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. So if we went into sites here, smart reviews, this page right here that has the stars on it, here, this here we can track. It'll track what star they clicked on
Yeah.
here. And then we've got reporting on that.
So this comes up before or after or they don't give their information, do they?
This
Do
is
they give?
different. This one's different. This one is the 5 stars review is a different funnel than this one. This one here, this is for people that you already know. This is for people that you already have in your system. So
Oh,
then you can follow up and ask them for a review. Whereas the NFC card one that we have, that one is for people we don't know. Right?
okay.
It's not 100% for people we don't know, but it's more suited for people we don't know because we're using it to also capture their information and generate a list at the
Plus you
same
don't,
time
plus you
too.
don't know which way the review is going to go, right? So obviously you
Yeah.
have control over that. Yeah.
Yeah, and this one we do have we ask them for feedback, and
Mhm.
if they would rather leave a review, they can do that. Or 4 or 5 stars, it'll go this way. Whereas the 5 stars review one, um, right here, what this one will do is you're typically going to ask customers that you think are happy, right? To leave you a review.
Right. Okay. Cool.
That's the difference, really.
Great updates, Jason.
Yeah, thanks. We're gonna keep more of them coming. I'm gonna see if there's a way that we can track reviews, and everything is just getting a little bit of love. Because this review system was really the first thing that we built inside of High Level like 4 years ago. And it has had some updates, but now we're adding, like, if we add in the QR code thing too with the 5 stars review thing, I think it just adds a whole other dimension to capturing reviews from customers too. And it's a really easy way for those local businesses, because there's so many out there that, they ask, I just, we go into businesses all the time and then we see the leave us a review. But even if we know how important reviews are, nobody takes the time to actually scan that QR code or tap that thing to actually leave a review. Um,
And
so
with
I
you,
always think in my mind, some of these businesses that have thousands of reviews, um, I'm like, who are these people leaving reviews? Who are they? Who's actually doing it? Because if I'm not specifically asked to leave a review, if I was asked to leave a review, I totally would. Otherwise, I don't. It's rare that I'll leave a review.
I
Um,
really have to be moved by a business providing a service or an
yeah,
experience or something. Like if it's really like, hey, these folks are just starting out. This was, 3-star Michelin restaurant type of thing
yeah,
for, diner prices. Everybody's got to know about this place.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, we go to great places all the time, and it's just we have good experiences, and well, even well, here's the thing: we went on the weekend, and they had three bad experiences. Um, my wife and our son went with her friend and her son to to uh, to IHOP because they wanted chicken and waffles.
Mhm.
So they went there. It took them an hour just to get, like, they ordered an appetizer. It took them an hour to get an appetizer. They were there for almost like over 2 hours for, waffles. Um,
Yeah.
they didn't leave them a bad review, but they're like, that was terrible. the next thing, like later on in the afternoon, we are gonna go for a hike. They wanted to stop at Subway to grab a sandwich before we went. Took them like almost, 20 some minutes with a lot of confusion in there about, what sub they're actually getting. And then, we went golfing on Monday for like a last thing before school starts kind of thing. We went for golf and it was nine and dine, which was nice. So we went golfing, did 9 holes, and then you get a voucher for dinner afterwards.
Mm,
Um, it was a good hour before we started receiving food, right? A good 25 minutes before we even kind of got served and the
yeah,
restaurant wasn't busy. But three negative experiences that weren't great. We didn't leave bad reviews, but there's people who definitely
the,
are out there who would leave bad reviews. The food is the food at the last place, the golf club was fantastic, but
yeah,
still just took forever. Um, and the service, and so I don't know if that's just the way places are, but I mean some places you go and the service is just terrible. The food is good, service is bad, but what are you going to do? So then do you leave? You don't, no, we don't want to leave negative reviews. I know how that impacts businesses, and I don't
yeah.
like to leave negative reviews, even if, whatever. I'd rather, talk to somebody and say, hey, um, whatever, but, talk to them about, this is what we experienced kind of thing,
Yeah.
like something you guys should take a look at.
Right.
But that's not everybody. Like,
Right.
there's so many local like Facebook groups even where somebody goes has a bad experience and they immediately go to the Facebook group like 15 minutes later, hey, I ordered this food from this restaurant. This thing came not the way that I wanted it. The restaurant's closed right now, but I'm posting in this Facebook group to tell everybody that this restaurant is terrible. And I think I've complained in those groups enough about the people
Yeah.
complaining that more people complain to them now, like, hey, did you reach out to the restaurant? Did you talk to these people? This is a small business, give them some slack.
Yeah.
If you try to contact them and they're like, hey, screw you guys, we're not going to help you at all, then then they deserve the review. But until you go through a couple steps, don't use it as like your ranting platform.
I know myself, most of the time with reviews there, it's more of a euphoric feeling, or you're just so angry because of the situation and some of the factors around that situation, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, let's say you went and we're using restaurants as an example, right? So it
yeah,
took them an hour to get the appetizers out. Okay. So was the kitchen slammed? Were they short on help? Was it in the middle of a, particularly busy time? Was it a holiday? Like, you should take these things into consideration.
absolutely.
If none of that applies and you still talk to the business and they're like, well, that's just, hey, we're sorry, but that's just how cookie crumbles. Well, now you're like, okay, so I'm giving you positive feedback and you still don't want to do anything. Maybe that's a ding, for a review. They just
Yeah,
don't care. They just don't care. But
yeah,
what I'm getting at is that it's either a very positive or very negative experience, which tends to drive me as a consumer and a lot of folks I know to leave a review.
yeah,
So again, what's the driver to get people to leave reviews? Is it in the moment they want to do that, which is good because they're there, they just
Yeah.
got done, or is it something more, and I, I don't know.
my guess is well, and from experience too, is if you have your staff trained to ask for a review rather than just leaving it passive,
Yeah.
you'll get a lot more reviews. Like if you're sitting there and you
Yeah.
finished up and it was a relatively good experience and somebody said, "Hey, did you guys enjoy yourself tonight?" And you're like, "Yeah, this is great." And you like know that they did. Hey, would you do me a huge favor and leave us a review if you think, if you had a 5-star experience, would you mind leaving us a review?
Yeah,
Would you here? And they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, here. Okay, cool. Just scan this or tap this, with your phone
Yeah.
and please leave us a review.
yeah,
Um, you'll get so many more reviews just because it's the request. When people ask for something, we feel obligated to do it. If you can add on a because reason onto that, um, it will get people like the other half of the people to actually leave the review. Hey, would you leave this because it'll really help us out and
right.
find more great customers like you? Yeah, okay, sure, we'll leave you a review. Thanks. And then what Sam was talking about, or Bo too, if we can make it here, do a little bit more with these things and be able to tie the actual card in with a staff member too, then we know, hey, this staff member left this many reviews or, got this many reviews, and then maybe they get a bonus or incentive for actually doing that because the business knows how much that actually helps them out when they actually do get reviews.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. It's right on, hit it right on the head there. Yeah. So what's the driver for the staff to do that? Well, if I'm on the leaderboard for gathering reviews or getting reviews, yeah, there's a bonus in it for me, monetary
Yeah.
or otherwise. I don't know. Maybe it's,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is where I think Jeff was on when Jeff was on Tuesday. We were talking about it, and he was just, like he has a restaurant, and he was just saying like he incentivizes his staff to get reviews. They have cards already, and they ask for reviews and stuff like that. So they do have I don't know if they have a leaderboard, but that's what he'd like to implement.
Yeah.
Next step is but he does offer bonuses. He does offer things to his staff if somebody mentions the staff member in a review.
Oh, okay.
So hey, yeah, Susan was awesome. She like helped us out. Blah 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 blah. It was
Yeah.
great, super friendly, that kind of thing. Then Susan will get like some kind of prize or something
Something. Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah. Now I've seen primitive versions of this, more manual, right, in a restaurant where if you're pushing a lobster or you're pushing a steak or you're
Yeah,
pushing a specific dish, well, listen, we really want to, sell the scallops tonight. Okay, great. So you know, whoever can sell the most of that dish, there's a board in the back and they tick it off. There, I sold three, two
yeah,
covers and they
absolutely.
and they both ordered this and maybe there's $100 bill at the end of the night. I don't know, but I have seen those manual types of systems. My brother-in-law used to run a kitchen out of a country club, and it'd be surprising some of the things internally what they would do just to motivate the staff, if there was, like I said, a particular dish that they were trying to push for lunch or something like that.
Yeah.
It works, it really does.
It does. Absolutely. I know my cousins used to work at restaurant chain Earl's, and I think they all had challenges to like see how big you can get that order to, hey, do you want blackening? Do you want to add shrimp? Do you want to add this thing? Do you want to
Yeah,
like, add on all these different things, and they'll charge you like an extra like $15 to put some more spice on your steak,
yeah.
the thing. So
Mhm.
Good stuff.
yeah, okay.
All right,
Well,
guys, I
I
gotta go.
appreciate you guys being on here.
Yep.
Let's go get some
Hey,
stuff done.
yeah,
Yep.
hey
Okay.
Jason, I just wanted to tell you that if you were thinking about looking at that string.com, I looked up, it's just like the pipe drive is just like Zapier, except for you
Yeah.
get it all done with a prompt, right? And I looked at their list of apps. They have like over 2,800 apps. And I looked for high level and it was on there, but it was kind of hidden. I looked under G for
Okay.
GHL, but it was listed at the very bottom corner.
Okay.
G with under high level. It said high level. It didn't say go high level. And then
Yeah.
I looked under H for high level and it wasn't there.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. So just
Well, I'll take a look. I haven't had a chance to look
FYI.
into it yet,
Yeah.
but I will take a look at it.
I just wanted to share that with you.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Okay. Take care.
Okay. Yeah, you have a good rest of your